things get kind of cynical sometimes in my mind, but that cynicism is probably what's kept me alive so long. But you always wonder, there was a huge movement of, like an actual green movement at one time. We were all talking about recycling, we were all talking about clean water, clean air, go green, all of that. But nothing really gets enacted. If you go to like Okinawa or in Japan, especially in Okinawa, Okinawa, because the land is so limited, they have a huge concern for recycling. They recycle everything: plastic, aluminum, tin, metal, paper, because they have an incinerator. They have an incinerator that generates power from burnable trash. The reason being, of course, is because it's an island. They're very limited. One, resources have to come in. They don't produce a lot of the goods you're bringing in more material. How do you put this? You're bringing in material. You only got so much space, so landfill will be a huge option. Will be a huge problem. And I always wondered. We want to say that we're green, or we think green, yet we continue paving roads and ignoring the actual problems. And the cynical mind tells me the push for urbification or urbanization and the downfall of the rural communities, the increased reliance on technology, and it's almost like a push to be unhealthy. And I just don't. To me, it leads to control. That's just the cynicalness in me. It just leads to people wanting to control others. You can't control someone who's independent. A lot of these rural communities are self-sufficient. I say this because I lived in Guam. Guam is completely dependent on the port. 90% of Guam's food, hate that word, 90% of Guam's food, Guam only barely produces 10% of its own food. If the ports were to go down, the island will starve. The ecology has been decimated, from brown tree snakes to rhino beetles to anything and everything. The rhino beetle was the biggest hit. Rhino beetle, because the main resource there is actually the coconut. They use the coconut roots for fish traps. They use the stumps for building materials. Not very good building material, but you can use it because it's everywhere. The leaves was roof thatching. The old ways of survival is being destroyed on a little island, forcing consumerism. And I don't know. It's just a cynical thought. But no, it is what it is. Take everything I say with a grain of salt. I'm kind of an idiot. I just make these videos kind of just to get what's on my mind off my mind and not look like a crazy person always talking to himself. Jones out.